Girls Trip 2021 Part 2, Exploring the California Desert. This is Ann, Fabulous Life 101. Thanks for watching. And hey, if you're not already a subscriber, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications. On this channel, we cover everything from meditation to makeup to travel, whatever makes your life more fabulous. After our time in Vegas, we took a quick flight to Ontario Airport in California, then got a rental car and decided to explore Palm Springs in the Coachella Valley, Joshua Tree, and the Salton Sea. Our first stop heading east on I-10, the Desert Hill Premium Outlets. While we have 2 premium outlet centers within an hour of our home in Virginia, none of them quite match up with what you'll find at Desert Hill. In addition to the standard outlet stores, this shopping mecca includes Prada, Versace, Burberry, Gucci, Philip Plein, Bottega Veneta, Balenciaga, Balmain, Alexander McQueen, All Saints, Jimmy Choo, and many more. It's an outlet experience unlike any other. If you love high fashion brands, definitely worth a stop. One of the awesome sights driving from the Desert Hill outlets into Palm Springs is the windmill farms. The Palm Springs windmills produce 600 million kilowatt hours annually, and they provide enough energy to power almost the entire Coachella Valley. For the next part of our trip, we headed north on 29 Palms Highway through the Yucca Valley up to Joshua Tree. The national park known as Joshua Tree was named after a specific type of palm tree exclusive to this region. Of course, it's also the name of a fantastic LP by U2 from the late 80s. But this region is a beautiful mountainous area with a sprinkling of unique shops and restaurants, as well as, of course, the park area. We loved the shopping, first in the Yucca Valley, then at Joshua Tree. And we had delicious sandwiches at Crossroads Cafe in Joshua Tree and sushi at Kimmy's Grill in Yucca Valley. There are not a lot of big-name stores here, rather small boutiques with everything from crystals to clothing to vintage items. Altogether, this is an area I really enjoyed and would like to revisit at some point. We took a break from the shopping for the next couple of days to explore an area unlike anywhere I've ever been before, the Salton Sea. A little background. The Salton Sea is a shallow, landlocked body of water that has a high concentration of salts. It was created as an irrigation canal in the early 1900s, bringing in water from the Colorado River to allow for farming. In the 1950s and 60s, it became a resort destination, with vacation homes, inns, and restaurants popping up. Top music artists of the day, including Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and the Beach Boys, would regularly perform concerts on the beach. Water skiing was a popular activity, as was bird watching. However, in the 1970s, the sea began to shrink. Contamination from farm runoff made the water inhospitable to wildlife and unsafe for swimming. By the early 2000s, it was referred to as the biggest environmental disaster in California history. Property values went way down, and the area became a haven for starving artists. There are no longer hotels or fine dining establishments, but rather a sprinkling of Airbnbs, mostly mid-century modular units, and a few bodegas and bars. However, it has become a popular spot for photo shoots, music videos, and kitschy art projects. We decided to check it out, spending the night in an Airbnb and exploring the art, the scenery, and chatting with some of the locals. Check out the documentary Plagues and Pleasures of the Salton Sea, which I think can be found on YouTube. It was narrated by John Waters, and while exploring this area, I kind of felt like I was stepping inside of a John Waters movie. Coming to you live from Bombay Beach, California. This is our sort of artsy exploration part of the trip. We're going to enjoy Bombay Beach, Slab City, Nyland, California, all kind of deserted ghost towns and artist colonies. The Airbnb we chose was owned by a local musician. It was clean, it was air-conditioned, it was very secure, and I felt like I was stepping into a time capsule. Anyway, we loved our stay at Bombay Beach, and I'm going to let the art speak for itself. That night we visited the local dive bar, the Ski Inn, where the drinks are cheap, the conversation lively, and you leave your mark by taping a dollar bill to the wall. We also drove about 30 miles from Bombay Beach to the town of Nyland, the artist colony known as Slab City, and probably the biggest tourist attraction in the area, Salvation Mountain. Now, Salvation Mountain was a passion project, a statement of faith created by artist Leonard Knight. It's a mixture of adobe bricks, discarded tires, auto parts, old windows, and thousands of gallons of paint. The artist Leonard Knight was born in Vermont in 1931 and served in the Korean War. He discovered Slab City in the 80s and began work on his art project, initially wanting to paint God is Love as well as the Sinner's Prayer. The final project was 28 years in the making and stands several stories high. For many years, Leonard lived in his truck while working on the project. Although he passed away in 2014, a public charity was set up to maintain the project. Salvation Mountain has been featured in lots of films, photo shoots, and music videos, most notably the Praying video by Kesha and Birds by Coldplay. The rest of Slab City, more artist colonies and art installations. I'll let the art do the talking. Now on to the refined, more cultured world of Palm Springs, where you get to share a bench with Lucy, look up Marilyn's skirt, and walk all over the stars. It's also a destination for shopping, dining, swimming, and sightseeing. Here are a few of our favorite places and things. Now, on our last day before heading home, we had to stop at California's favorite, In-N-Out Burger. Before taking the late-night flight, we stopped at Ontario Mills and the Rainforest Cafe. Well, back to Virginia, but California still calls me. I can't wait to get back.